Good morning, and a pleasant welcome to another interesting edition of the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Today is the 28th day of August 2024. My name is Matthias Labindi, welcoming you on this fascinating edition of the program with this topic, contrary to speculations that His Excellency Omar Aliyu Toure, President of the Commission of Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, visit to Liberia was prompted by the communication written to the body by the Coalition for Democratic Change complaining the Bouakar's government. The commission states that it had previously planned a visit to the new government, and the communication just coincided with its visit. By the way, what do you think, what do you make of the CDC's complaint against the Bouakar Koun regime to ECOWAS? What would you recommend that the ECOWAS do in this matter? Those are the questions we have for you this morning. You can join the conversation by visiting our Facebook page, Sky Communications Liberia Facebook page, and drop your comments. We're going to read them out for you. Better still, when we open the lines, you can also call in and participate. We have three papers in the studio this morning. The New Liberia newspaper from Lena, the Verity newspaper of Mountain Collie, and Front Page Africa newspaper of Rotnesie. We're going to be here reading you these papers before opening the lines. Hopefully, we might attempt to read the communication coming from the Coalition for Democratic Change this morning. But most importantly, we're going to play clips from yesterday's meeting. We're going to play clips from yesterday's meeting. Kula Fofana, the presidential press secretary, spoke to the press. A stalwart of the CDC, former maritime boss, Mr. Eugene Nangbe, also spoke there. We're going to play his clip, as well as the president of the ECOWAS Commission. We're going to play his clips as well. My name is Matthias Labindi, welcoming you on this edition of the program. Let's have a good time together. I'll be right back after this break.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has all sizes of quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage also have a state-of-the-art 2023 upgraded diagnoser that can easily detect and fix any problem with your car. Is your car having any electrical problem, or is it the air conditioner? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician who is up to the task of programming and solving all electrical problems on your car. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street. We also have our garage and showroom at Rehab for original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly. Come to Uptown Garage. We'll give you 1 month warranty. Uptown Garage also have a tow truck that can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage headquarters on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian-owned business, is here to put a smile on your face.
Hey, Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, I worry. I need to pay McDonald's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish and get worsened.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I think you are not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Oh. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then pay open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest is only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame, you mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean, in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I say so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial *326# to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
That's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Today's topic is contrary to speculations that His Excellency Omar Ali Toure, President of the Commission of Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, visit to Liberia was prompted by the communication written to the body by the Coalition for Democratic Change, complaining the Boakar's government. The commission states that it had previously planned a visit to the new government, and the communication just coincided with its visit. By the way, what do you make of the CDC's complaint against the Boakar Koun regime? What would you recommend that the ECOWAS do in this matter? This is a very interesting conversation. We're going to bring you clips from yesterday's meeting with the President of the Republic of Liberia and former President George M. Weah. Obviously, Eugene Nangbe was not in the meeting when the ECOWAS Commission head visited the President of the Republic of Liberia, but he was at the meeting when the ECOWAS Commission head visited the former President of the Republic of Liberia. So all three clips are here. We're going to play them for you, but quickly, let's bring you the review of the local data, beginning with the Verite newspaper. The Verite newspaper edition is volume 1, number 19. And it's sold for $40 Liberian. What is the motto of the Verite newspaper? I can't seem to find it here. It's just Verite, but refused to retire, a gross violation of the law. Refused to retire, a gross violation of the law. According to the pension laws of Liberia, civil servants may be pensioned, retired for 3 reasons: ill health, tenure, 25 years of service, or age 65 years old. As per the new pension laws of Liberia that came into effect on February 13, 2017, qualification for pension is based on age 60 and health. Civil Service Agency. After a thorough investigation and with verifiable documents in our possession, Verite News has uncovered that 3 senior administrators of the Supreme Court of Liberia have since surpassed the lawful age of retirement, 65 years, but have refused to retire. Court Administrator Elizabeth J. Nelson, born July 6, 1950, she's now 74 years. John P. Saka, born February 8, 1950, he's also 74 years. And Court Marshal Amos B. K. Dixon, born December 11, 1954. He's now also he's 70 years, have refused to retire, which is in gross violation of the law. Scam company. Justice Yusuf Kabah Hot's Metec operations. Scam company. The Verite newspaper is reporting. The justice in chambers, His Honor Yusuf D. Kabah, has halted Metec Scientific Inspection Services, MTS Limited operations. Justice Kabah's decision was triggered by a writ of prohibition filed against the MTS Inspection Services, according to a document in possession of Verite News. A release from Metec CEO Mr. Ramzi Abu Hassan dated Tuesday, August 27, 2024, confirmed Justice Kabah's order. Liberia to benefit from US $209 million IMF credit facility. Liberia to benefit from US 209 million IMF credit facility. President Bouaka hosts high-level ECOWAS delegation. President Bouaka hosts high-level ECOWAS delegation. The back page of the Verity newspaper. GOR set to launch street child project targeting over 7,000 children. I see a photograph of minors, some are teenagers selling in the street. CBR ends contracts of 209 consultants under currency reform project. CBR ends contracts of 209 consultants under currency reform project. Justice Kabahot's US 6.2 million corruption case sats GOR and defendants. Bouaka recalls 55th legislature for special session. What is the editorial of the Verity newspaper saying this morning? It says, Metec MST is a scam. Company shut it down for good. Metec is a scam company. Shut it down for good. That's what the editorial of the Verity newspaper is saying. Grab yourself a copy of that paper for $40 Liberian. The new Liberia newspaper, that is from the Liberia News Agency, LINA, the Better State Information Ministry. Today's edition is volume 46, number 684, and it's sold for $30 Liberian. Motto, one nation, one people, one destiny. The top stories here, legislation to protect dogs imminent. Legislation to protect dogs imminent. Who's pushing for this legislation to protect dogs? I mean, those of us that are dogs eaters now, what are you trying to say, that we will not be able to eat dogs anymore? This is a witch hunt. I want to see it that way. And I'm taking my fight directly to the proponent of this legislation to protect dogs imminent. Is in the new Julius is laughing. Honestly, this is the witch hunt. You can go after the corrupt people. You want to come after with the dogs eaters again? ECOWAS envoy praises Bouaka's government. Liberia mourns former Miss Liberia Annie Broderick. Oh, big sister Annie Broderick. May your soul rest in perfect peace. When we talk about all hands on deck, we're talking about reconciliation as well. And our purpose here is to see how best we can support the country in ensuring successful reconciliation. Ambassador Toure. President Bouaka confers with visiting ECOWAS delegation, highlights nation building reconciliation. Over US 200 million to boost arrest agenda. Over US 200 million to boost arrest agenda. Government, IMF agree on extended credit facility. Good news. All right, let's move on to the back page of the new Liberia newspaper. President Bouaka recalls legislature. Supreme Court to issue final ruling in ex-Chief Justice Scott case today. You mean today, 28th March? Yes, August. Sorry. The Supreme Court of Liberia is set to announce its final ruling on Thursday, August 28th. Today is the 28th of August. New Liberia, not Thursday. Thursday is the 29th. Tomorrow is the 29th. So if you say Thursday, August 28th, that's wrong. All right. But what is the editorial of the new Liberia newspaper saying this morning? Does it even have an editorial? Yes, it does. It says, echoes from the 177 Flag Day program, catalog of lessons learned. That's it for the look at the new Liberia newspaper this morning. Let's move on to the next paper. It's the Front Page Africa newspaper. Today's edition is volume 17, number 164, and it's sold for $40 Liberian. Top stories: acquittal or life sentence. Acquittal or life sentence. People are beginning to speculate what would be the final ruling of the Supreme Court in Justice Chief Justice Gloria Musu-Scott's case. Blazing international trails. Dr. Antoinette Saye and Rhoda Weeks Brown's manifested excellence on world stage. world stages at the IMF. Great one there. Not true. National Public Health Institute of Liberia debunks media report of mpox outbreak in Sino County. Who are those unscrupulous media people to be reporting when you do not have you did not get the message from health practitioners that there's an mpox outbreak in this area? What exactly is your intention? Anyway, every organization, there are points in it. Maybe they are just points of the media that report these kind of unscrupulous stories without hearing from the house's mouth. Experts alarmed at a dramatic increase in street children and child sex workers as government struggles to respond. Living in hell. We didn't know in actuality what the gravity of the situation was until this study. It tells all of us in a big way that we are in trouble. This data is really alarming, and it's a call for action to all of us who are stakeholders in the child protection area. Andrew G. Teme, Country Director, Street Child of Liberia. ECOWAS Commission's president attributes lingering government opposition political impasse to miscommunication as CDC urges respect for partisans' rights, seeking common ground. Let's see what are the comments here on this paper. Certainly, it is no secret that former President Weah has written to me about his concerns, and those concerns were raised with the government and with President Weah himself. I can say government is not oblivious to some of those concerns. We have received some explanations. Some of it is true, some of it is the question of miscommunication. And we encourage all sides to communicate so that misgiving as the result of miscommunication can be avoided. This is an ongoing process, and what is important is the commitment that all sides are willing to work for the peace and development of Liberia. Omar Aliyu Toure, President, ECOWAS Commission. Ex-President Weah, was very emphatic, and he asked ECOWAS to inform the administration that the fact the CDC is a peaceful party, that does not mean we will sit supinely and allow our rights to be violated. Yes, the president is a man of peace. Finally, he said they should inform President Bouaka that the CDC will never and can never be erased by anybody because it is our God's given right to exist. So anybody wanting to erase the CDC might themselves be erased. Len Eugene Nangbe, Special Assistant of ex-President George Weah. Wow. So this is former Information Minister, former Maritime Boss, new portfolio, Special Assistant to the former President of the Republic of Liberia. I'm just getting to know that. The editorial of the Front Page Africa newspaper is saying, Bouaka, please stop the charade of war against corruption. Please. That's it for a look at the Front Page Africa newspaper. A friend just sent me a text say they will join the protest concerning this legislation about the protection of dogs. Yeah, when you're protecting dogs, does it mean dogs will not be killed to be eaten by those guys who were accused of eating Mr. Colley's dog? But we're going to go for a break, and this break is going to take us to listening to comments that were made during the just ended meeting with the ECOWAS Commission. First, we're going to hear from former Information Minister, former Maritime Boss, Len Eugene Nangbe, now Special Assistant to ex-President George M. Weah, to hear exactly what his response is. But like I said, that the communication of President Weah is very clear. He's here, highlighting a number of things, and that's why we ask you some questions. What do you think? Should the ECOWAS? What do you think is what is your recommendation to the ECOWAS Commission? All right. Although maybe one would say, well, Matthias, whether we recommend or not, the ECOWAS Commission is still going to do what it wants to do or it must do. But for the sake of conversation, I would recommend this or that or this to the ECOWAS Commission in relation to this particular matter. And somebody, there's some comments are coming already. But before we get to those points, I don't want to jump the gun by saying that, or previously, the previous administration, while it was here, things happened in this country, and then people wrote the very ECOWAS Commission. All right, people wrote, other citizens wrote the ECOWAS Commission complaining the WIAS administration about the way it was proceeding on some matters. But the WIAS administration act in accordance with what the ECOWAS Commission recommended. Well, somebody will decide whether that actually happened. Maybe it happened unbeknownst to some of us who are newsmen in this country. But let's join former maritime boss Len Eugene Nangbe to hear from him after the meeting yesterday, what exactly his position was or is on the matter.
To some members of the legislature, to some members, to ensure that our country remains stable. He also spoke to them about the statement that was made by President Barkai to some members of the legislature that he will erase the CDC. President Weah was very clear to President Toure, and I just also must inform you that prior to this meeting, President Weah had spoken to some presidents in the region, including the president of Togo, the past chairman of the Authority of Heads of State of ECOWAS. He has spoken to him. He has spoken to President Barrow. He also spoke to the past president of the African Union, President Denis Sassou Nguesso. So he has been engaging all these regional and sub-regional leaders because he recognizes that Liberia is a fledgling democracy and that we must do all to consolidate the democracy. And President Toure also informed him that during his meeting with President Barkai, he was informed that one of the issues is that he's pursuing the fight against corruption and that the CDC is not interested in the fight against corruption, to which President Weah gave him evidential facts of what he has been doing in the fight against corruption, even in this current case that are all before the present administration. All of those who have been either arrested or a warrant issued for their arrest have cooperated with the judicial system. Our issue is when you weaponize the system, you cannot say you're fighting for justice, and when the Supreme Court rules that you cannot remove somebody from tenure, you ignore that, and then you go back to use the same judicial system to persecute political opponents to ensure that our country remains stable. He also spoke to them about the statement that was made by President.
And that's right. That's the former maritime boss, former Minister of Information, Len Eugene Nangbe there, making his own position on the just ended meeting held with the leaders of our country, former President George M. Weah and now current President Joseph Yuma Boakai by the ECOWAS Commission. That's Minister Eugene Nangbe there giving his position on the matter. But let's hear from Kula Fofana, Presidential Press Secretary, what her take is on the situation, what exactly she spoke for the office of the president regarding the meeting. Let's hear from Kula.
It was a very fruitful meeting, and His Excellency President Boakai reassured the ECOWAS delegation headed by the president of ECOWAS of Liberia's commitment to continuing peace, and specifically also gave the Liberian people their own message and greetings that they're very welcome and consultation as well as reconciliation. He assured the delegation that his government remains committed and to make sure Liberia is peaceful and that everyone, irrespective of political orientation and where they are, who they are, where they come from, they will all be a part of the Liberia he's trying to build. It was a very fruitful meeting.
So that's Kula Fofana. I just want you, this morning, I'm not going to do analysis, contrary to previous time where I would get into it and start to, maybe pull some strings, as someone would want to term it, but do analysis and tell you this person said this and let's go back into, memory lane. let's go back to memory lane and connect this and connect these dots. I'm not going to be doing that this morning. I'm just going to give you an opportunity to go straight into the discussion, and then you make your own contribution. You listen to former Minister of Information, former Maritime Boss, Len Eugene Nangbe. He said the quote, the government is uses this very code to go after people and remove them from tenure positions. Again, I say I don't want to pull any strings this morning, but you also listen to Madam Kula Bona Fofana. Let's hear from His Excellency Omar Aliyu Ture, President of the ECOWAS Commission.
First, we've come to formally congratulate the President and the people of Liberia on this important political transition that has taken place here in Liberia, which remains a major achievement for the people of Liberia as well as for the region. Secondly, we've come to recommit ECOWAS in terms of support to Liberia, our commitment to working very closely with the President and the people of Liberia for the big nation-building task that is before all of us. We certainly assured the President of ECOWAS's availability and commitment to stay engaged in all that Liberia is doing in the area of socio-economic development, in the area of democratic consolidation, as well as in the area of peace and security. This was the Honorable Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs is here. When I met him sometime in Nairobi, I did indicate to him that I plan to come and visit Liberia. So if my visit coincides with any communication, it is mere coincidence. This has been long planned, and I'm happy that the President has been gracious. First, we've come to formally congratulate.
Okay, so that's it. That's it. And just few things. The presidential press secretary said the whole conversation was about maintaining the peace, and the president put some things on the table. The current president, they all had a conversation. It was a very fruitful one. She termed it that way. The former Minister of Information, former Maritime Boss, Len Eugene Nangbe, said, well, this whole thing about communication, Mr. Weah, former President Weah, is not just engaging the current ECOWAS leadership, previous ones, even other current presidents of other African nations, is also engaging with them about the state of affairs of the country under the Boubacar Kounde administration. And he went on to talk about the current government doesn't seem to, just paraphrasing, doesn't seem to be a respecter of the law, because even if the very quote says, do not go after these people, don't remove this person from their tenure position, they go right back and weaponize the justice system and go after political opponents. I don't know whether it will suffice to say that Brandon Samuka was also a political opponent. Madam Gloria Musu-Scott is also a political opponent. That those people were prosecuted during the Weah's administration. But I mean, like I said this morning, I don't intend to go deep into anything like that. I just thought to leave you on the surface, and you can join the conversation. But also, the president of the ECOWAS Commission did provide the clarity on the matter concerning whether he actually came into this country because of the communication that was sent to that body by the Weah's administration. But let me put it in this context. Even though he said no, maybe his visit to this country just coincided with the communication that was sent to the body. But even if it did go that way, and then this government decided to host the ECOWAS delegation based on the communication that was written, it will suffice that, well, maybe there's a responsible government in place. There's a listening government in place that would say, okay, you know what, let's give ECOWAS attention and listen to what they have to say. They should not just respond to us, in a communication. They should not just give us instruction. They can come and we host them here to Liberia, and then even they will also sit down and have conversation with other political actors in the country. All right. That would say, yeah, maybe this organization is much more, this institution is much more responsible than the previous one. Because I'm not definitive about that. I'm just saying, I'm just, assuming what some people may think, right? And not trying to put words in your mouth, because we all saw what happened in previous years. We saw the issue of Justice Cabinet Janice situation. We saw the issue of Madam Nancy Doe situation, all right, that she filed a complaint, and then went to the ECOWAS court. And the ECOWAS court said, no, this is a former first lady of the Republic of Liberia. Only God knows how the previous administration handled that matter and thing. But on the matter of the situation involving this current administration and the CDC, this borders around it borders around security matters. It borders around, institutions taking action, even though the justice system has the justice minister, the chief justice has already instituted an investigation into the rate, whatever rate or that was served, or whatever the DEA got the rate for search and seizure at the premises or around the premises of the CDC. That is something that investigation is welcoming by a lot of us in the media, like-minded people. But this is squarely different from I think what used to happen in yesteryears, where people will sit down, they have their own situations, they go to the court system, all right? The Supreme Court will rule in favor of those people, and then they will deny them, and the person will take their appeal to the ECOWAS court, and the ECOWAS court will say, yeah, but looking at the merit of this matter, this person, I think the government should do something in this matter, but there's nothing like that was done. But we just hope that the Boubacar Kounde administration, all these meetings should not go in vain. I think you people should act as the ECOWAS Commission, our big brothers, our leaders are, recommending to you, whatever recommendation that's provided. If it is in the interest of Liberia or Liberians, you people should adhere to them so that we can have a peaceful nation. We can have a country where we can wake up in the morning. Right now, we're talking about school fees. Parents can barely afford nowadays. People are struggling to raise resources to pay their children's school fees. So all of these challenges are ongoing. So if there's noise, you may just be increasing more. So let's maintain peace. When there's peace, we have understanding. The CDC's administration is somewhere. The CDC as a party is sitting somewhere. They are doing their stuff. They are in the opposition. If they try to go against the law, then you just reprimand them without, using excessive force. And the CDC too should also be cognizant of the fact that the maintenance of the peace is everyone's business. But that's it we have today. Let's have a conversation now. Before we take that, we'll take the first call. Let's go for our break. When we come back, this is our second break. When we come back, we'll open the lines to hear from you, members of the public.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has all sizes of quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage also have a state-of-the-art 2023 upgraded diagnoser that can easily detect and fix any problem with your car. Is your car having any electrical problem? Or is it the air conditioner? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician who is up to the task of programming and solving all electrical problems on your car. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street. We also have our garage and showroom at Rehab for original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly. Come to Uptown Garage. We'll give you 1 month warranty. Uptown Garage also have a tow truck that can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage headquarters on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian-owned business, is here to put a smile on your face.
Hey, Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, I worry. I need to pay my daughter's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish and get one cent.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I tell you, I'm not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank Money Emergency Number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then they will open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tano. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame, you mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh yes, instantly. I mean, in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I say so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial *326# to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan African Bank.
The program 50-50 on Sky 107.1. Let's now have a conversation. Call us on those numbers 07777-107, 07777-107, 077-221-223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead, make your point.
Yeah, my name is Mustafa Raja, calling from Providence.
Mustafa, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a discussion this morning. The water, the former president, we are reaching and going to start no important ECOWAS. Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean? They didn't know the importance of ECOWAS?
Water, the former president, we are. Well, I want to know what the former president, we are reaching and going to start knowing the importance of ECOWAS.
Okay.
They want me to say that because Cabinet General is going to go to ECOWAS, and judge the case, they link out and say, well, we say them or them more. Saying, oh, they not do nothing, they sit down, they get play around it. Yeah. Certain issue can all in their regime. Even if some issue, even we are senator, you know, tell the see. Yeah. Everybody look at and say, well, then, the rule of that stay in place. Move on, we can't go on with those stars. Many things go on during that time, their regime, nothing happens. Nobody protest, nobody take action. So today, I know that ECOWAS important. Well, I don't know.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution on the program this morning. But yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, I'm Lawrence Kimaya, speaking from Tennessee, Snapper Hill.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, you see, to run a governance system, we should be very much knowledgeable about what happened. We are saying to the CDC administration about what happened in the past, about the recognition of ECOWAS. The piece we enjoy today is about ECOWAS. Cabinet General had a case with them. They went and rendered much prejudice on the man because the man said that the election of the 2017 to be rerun. That's the prejudice they had on the man. And they said that they rendered $500,000 to the legislature to move the man and they move him. The man went and got the case to the Supreme Court and to ECOWAS, and they told them to restitute the man, whether to reinstate the man or to get his benefits. On their way, they said that they will not do it. You don't run a system that say you have like a muscle. That's what they did, and they were not intervening. And Eugene Nangwe is saying that President Bouaka wants to erase the CDC. The CDC is a legitimate political institution, and Bouaka is going that direction. He should have been the advisor to President Weah so that Cabinet General could have been restituted or a benefit. I think if they have the drug importers go with uniform and they have the chasing point to those suspected people, I think they are the CDC headquarters to respect the government enforcement agencies so that they cannot kill people who are breaking the law or doing business with unwanted substances. I think that should be the rule of law. So they should run a CDC, but we don't want drugs to run. I involved with all kinds of temptation of drugs. We want to erase out of this country, and they should be part and parcel of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for your contribution, Mr. Kemayan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, Mavic Ismo calling from Downwater Sahabekono.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, in Liberia, there people be educated when it comes to the law. We are hearing people discussing about Granny Samuka. Under the law said that if you are guilty of the crime, you don't take public office. Granny Samuka was guilty of the crime before going in the election. and he take appeal to the Supreme Court to contest. And the Supreme Court gave him the privilege to contest, and he contested. He won. Yes, he won. That's why they when you see several people came out to say, according to the law, you can't be greater than the camp. Running was criminal when he went through the election. Criminal go see. Running was guilty. So that one when they discuss him, and it seems that go to cabinet general issue. Cabinet general, they see me he was just in Chimo when they laid Neto to won the case to ECOWAS. He said that ECOWAS could not more than our court. And ECOWAS said they must pay the woman benefit. They see me he was the man in Chimo. They deny the woman. So they say what goes around will come around. So when I hear people discussing Rani Salamuga issue and criminal general issue, they don't know what happened before. They only look at the CDC-led government when it happened. And therefore, I will say 3 points. The last point is the president now in the country has the matter in his hand. So I can say, according President Waka, to call the former president and call all stakeholders, and that reconcile. Labrador is all we have.
Okay.
Labrador first, Labrador last.
Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning, sir. Let's move on to another person overseas. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Lawrence Nyan Yene, and I'm joining you from Waterloo, Iowa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the CDC should start making preparation now to get to the Hague. Because the next place can go.
What do you mean by to get to the Hague?
Yeah, saying they can make it with ECOWAS.
No, but this government is a listening government, so obviously they will get what they want from ECOWAS.
Now the Hague they come and go because where are the benefits for Kabila Janneh? You calling, you say they call this that. Who enforces the law? Is it not the executive? When they have taken the recommendation of ECOWAS to be tracked, these guys want to make people confused so that they can go with impunity, with all the stealing they carry on, and with all the mysterious death that they're supposed to answer questions to. Today, the innocent blood of Gifty Lama, Abba Peters, Princess Kopo, Mervyn Addy, and the list goes on. It's crying today. These guys are over there. They're trying to confuse people. They're trying to confuse the whole public so they can go free. I just want for the government to take its own time and deal with them logically. Because they're just looking for something to spark.
And it should do so legally too. The government should do so legally. If you talk about dealing with them, it should be done legally.
Yeah, that what? Joe, we are no ECOWAS. Jefferson Koji knows ECOWAS. That today.
Okay. Thank you. My brother there from Iowa, USA. Let's move on to another person. Call us on those numbers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother, and good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia, precisely Maggie County.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Joshua Falakpele Kilo Dimio Aku from the Academy.
Joshua Falakpele Kilo Dimio. I mean, I'm a kissing man, but I don't know how to pronounce that your name for. But anyway, it's okay.
All right. That's good. That's good. Maybe you could call me for rehearsal. I will help you.
Joshua
Falakpele. Anyway, I'm proud calling that name, and I'm proud to be from Lofa County.
No, I love it. I love the name, actually.
That's good. Okay. Back to the issue. You see, I'm hearing some of my brothers are calling. They are angry. Say, "Oh, it happened yesterday. So why is it like today?" Even if it is something that happened yesterday, it went wrong. We should not support the acts of going wrong or going with impunity. What we all are stepping against is violence in our country, because our peace is still called a fragile peace. Yes, our peace is not yet stable. It's still a fragile peace. So what we do here, if it happened yesterday that they never listened to ECOWAS, I think this time around, they have known the importance of ECOWAS. So what we expect ECOWAS to do, I know ECOWAS will not pay there because they have some legal-minded people over there. Maybe they acted based on certain things, but I think ECOWAS will do the best thing and they will be listened to. But we should condemn the act. If it is true that that small town is embedded with drugs over there, I think our brothers from the CDC angle there, they will look very bad and it will be demeaning to hear say behind your party headquarters, there's an area there that people always go there with drugs and other things. I'm not saying it is so, but I'm saying if it is so, then please, you can help even in working it out to see that those guys are out of that place, because that party is one of the reputable parties in this country, the CDC, next to the leading party. So what we do, we hold together peacefully, we work together collaboratively to see how best we can forge ahead, because we still have tomorrow. And don't forget, this is Liberia we have. Thank you for affording me this opportunity.
Thanks for your contribution, my brother. You can also make your recommendations to the ECOWAS Commission. I'm sure they're still here listening as well. Let's move on to this person. Good morning.
Natalia.
Good morning.
Natalia, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Let me say good morning to the Sky LF family. I'm from Broadway to Saturday. Someone take away my phone name.
Go ahead.
Good morning to the Excellency President Boakai. I appreciate you for your talking point. The question is interesting. I think the president and the government of the day had the opportunity to provide a platform and an intention how to run the country to ECOWAS. They have been mixed in the public that one flying sheet have no ECOWAS to come to Liberia. Thank God it is clear that ECOWAS came to meet President Boakai 18 about our ambition and a plan how they're going to run the country. So let me say this. We will not take money from anybody who had a right to read ECOWAS or the other constitutional right. But if you see a man who led the country for 6 years, who are 1,000 senators, who are 1,000 peace ambassadors, will be conducting himself the way he's doing, it's frustrating. But I feel a thing is a scare tactic. ECOWAS will not attempt to apply to that high allegation, which the owner or the man who really.
But do you, but my brother, do you determine?
President Boakai want to eliminate CDC. So it's time for my president, my recommendation to him to check ECOWAS, even how he trying to care the country, and he needs ECOWAS, protection, and also promotion, and also help to run our country. And also recommend everyone that he will prosecute or order the part administration. He must say to them he needs that and their person and also that security matter to prosecute every part of the government. Because I mean, we can't live in a country where.
Thanks for your contribution, my brother. But I think the ECOWAS, in its wisdom, would knows exactly the kind of information to respond to. Good morning.
Thank you, my dear brother. Good morning to you. Good morning to your followers.
Good morning.
My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein too, and I call you from District 2 in Jacobstown.
Go ahead, Kiao.
Thank you for the analysis, and I listened to many of the callers. You accepted everybody's views and make view on the topic on the discussion.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you. In relation to the ECOWAS delegations that came in country on yesterday, it was very clear. They make it clear to the public and the press that they have to Liberia and they were visiting other ECOWAS member states. So when the former president, we wrote them, it just coincided they are coming to Liberia. So they did not come here because one wrote them complaining the government of Liberia. So that clarity was made by ECOWAS, and now there's a plus on their part. Now the issue of our former president, we are writing the ECOWAS. I think he was misled by some of his supporters.
What do you mean?
When I'm saying he was misled, Matthias, between every political institution in our body politics, the chairpersons run the day-to-day activity of that political institution. So this was victimized, according to them, by the government of Liberia. I think they were being the party chairman, writing other civil society organizations or the legislature to have a start point. But he went and wrote ECOWAS, which of course is not the chairperson of the party. I think that was out of order. And in fact, even out of to that, this is the president, the former president, who ECOWAS instructed. When former associate justice was victimized by the court, he went to ECOWAS and told him, President, we are to reinstate or taking his benefit. He looked in the faces of those ECOWAS leaders and said, what you say, it doesn't make any sense. and he did not comply with what ECOWAS told him. So what that letter, I was thinking if that was the ECOWAS in Nigeria, Abuja, or was the ECOWAS sitting somewhere in Green Crew? Because if that was the one in Crew, then he can respect them.
But there's no ECOWAS in Grand Crew now. It is only one ECOWAS commission we have in West Africa.
If that's the ECOWAS that is in Nigeria, Abuja, then I don't think they were even embrace any letter from the former president who did the ECOWAS Code of Jurisdictions, right?
Okay, the way they operate is not how they do not operate based on the way you think. So what recommendation can you make to the ECOWAS Commission now regarding the situation at hand in Liberia?
So yeah, Matthias, right? So I will agree that they will not operate concerning, but I think ECOWAS, that body is very rational to understand that Liberia is an independent state, and the day-to-day activities of this country should be run by the government, and the government has given everybody the open space to operate. On people who want to be lawless, disrespectful to the rule of law, then the government has to take the necessary action.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother, for your contribution on the program this morning. It's an interesting one. We're going to end, exactly the time that we should go home, 11:30. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Morning, Matthias.
Good morning, sir.
This is Slomo. I'm calling you from Iron Gate, brother.
Go ahead, from Iron Gate.
In this country, what is very needful for us right now is reconciliation. You see, Madam Penny Jackson said it's still to reconcile. She said when it comes to reconciliation and corruption, she stay on it. And the past administration also. When we come to this particular government, one of the things that you got to do, I think that for us is for all of us to work together to reconcile. Reconciliation is very important. So that if the ECOWAS together here, one of the key things already be pressing on that everybody should come together. We should have a big reconciliation meeting. Everybody should put together, even the transition leader, the head of the new council, Kamara. That is Kamara. Let everybody put together. We have a big reconciliation.
But this government, since this government won, I've not heard of any national reconciliatory program or reconciliation that was called by the regime because of the heated elections we had. The government, I think, should have, led that, exercise in the first place. But that has not happened. So I get your point, but I think the government too should take charge or take seize of the matter in terms of reconciling the nation. Let's move on to this person. Good morning.
The former president. So we need to be very careful. President, we are in
I'm sorry, I think you started. I started hearing you in the middle.
Conditions.
Hello.
Where Nasu is about hoping.
Hello.
We are anticipating.
Hello. No, I mean, you get on the radio, just talk. You don't listen. All right. Let's move on to another person. We're going to go for our last break. When we come back, hopefully Julia's going to read our comments for us. And then we call it a day on this edition of the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1.
Tanu, what happened to you so?
Julie, I worry. I need to pay McDonald's school fee first thing tomorrow morning. And today is Sunday. I finish and get one cent.
But there's no problem there at all. It's possible you can still pay it tomorrow.
Lord, I tell you, I'm not level. I'm not joking. If you can't help me, tell me alone.
Yeah, I can help you. Let me ask you, have you heard about EcoBank money emergency number?
You say what? Just leave me alone. I'm telling you, I need to pay my money tomorrow morning first thing. And then be open way 9 o'clock. They can't help me.
But you're not even going to the bank, Tanu. All you have to do is to dial *326# and request for 50% of your salary. You will pay EcoBank back within 30 days, and the interest are only 3%. The money will be sent to your account in a minute, and you can use your ATM card to withdraw it from any EcoBank ATM.
Dalame. You mean I'll get it the same day?
Oh, yes. Instantly. I mean, in a minute. But to you, EcoBank that baby.
I say so.
Oh, I beg you, yeah. EcoBank can make things happen sharp. For any money emergency, just dial *326# to help yourself out.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has all sizes of quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage also have a state-of-the-art 2023 upgraded diagnoser that can easily detect and fix any problem with your car. Is your car having any electrical problem? Or is it the air conditioner? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician who is up to the task of programming and solving all electrical problems on your car. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street. We also have our garage and showroom at Rehab for original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly. Come to Uptown Garage. We'll give you 1 month warranty. Uptown Garage also have a tow truck that can tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage headquarters on 0777 553317, 0886 553317, or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian-owned business, is here to put a smile on your face.
And that's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Let's now join Julius Akobo Egboki to read us comments from our social media users.
Okay, thank you, Matthias. Let's bring to you some comments from Sky Communications Liberia. Mohammed Bangura said, following from Cardwell, he also comes and say, thank you so much for the good work, brother. Let's come to this one from Joshua B. Kamasa Wesley. Said, ECOWAS self continuously know that CDC political party has died since November 2023 and will never come back. Only the CDC spirit is moving around crying, awaiting judgment day for justice to be served. Let's come back. Another long one. Yeah, let me pass by that one. That's the man. It's in Joshua Kamaza Pagon. He said Liberia judicial is dominated by Judge Weah appointed judges. When Weah said we will legally fight against the UP government, I think he meant to say he has the backing of the appointed officials of the judiciary. The judicial is now fighting against good governance. Let's leave it right there. Let's come to Willie Hine, who says, good morning, Sky FM. Thanks for the discussion. There are processes leading to the peace. Currently, CDC is trying to confuse justice with peace and reconciliation. The government is fighting corruption and drug. Let CDC should propose the way for peace and reconciliation as they want, while the fight for corruption goes on. Let's come to Jala M. Kamara Senior. Say, good morning, Matthias. I'm following the broadcast from Vytown. Thanks for always bringing sense to the discourse. Finally, from here, that's Henry Colley. So, good morning, brother. ECOWAS is very mature, not thinking like childish politicians. Back to you, Matthias, for the show.
And that's it for today's edition of the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Join us again tomorrow for another fascinating edition of the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. 50/50 comes your way Monday to Friday, and Friday, Julius Boki comes here with the social version of the program. My name is Matthias Labini. I've been here alone today. Elijah probably went to the mountain to consult God, so he left me here, Elisha, to hold the shrine, the other altar here. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful day. My name is Matthias Labindi.